together. You know, back in the day, we were in the same competitive circuit. I know Artem since early 2000s. Henry is a very close friend of ours. Shauna and I are very close. We obviously spent a couple of seasons together, but you know, what people don't see when cameras are off is that Artem, Henry, Shauna, Peter, and Serge and everybody else, they're always in our house. You know, we're always together at dinners and otherwise. We maintain very close contact with few, but those few are very, very...
That's great. Well, Shauna was the first person I interviewed from Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's great.
Amazing.
Well, she was in Bryant Park when you danced with Corina for Burn the Floor.
Yeah, we met Shauna and Henry
on Burn the Floor.
So, you know, as well as Peter. And, you know, a lot of people came out from that connection, that relationship. I do what I can, and when I joined Burn the Floor the first time, I was fascinated with how much work it is for everybody else. I think we were in maybe like 7 numbers, and there were kids that were in 20. So, you know, for me, I tried to give back. I saw how hard they work, and you know, it wasn't a very high-paying gig for them. So, you know, I took them out all the time. I introduced them to New York City, my New York City. You know, I get to live here and work here, and they're visitors. So that's how our friendships happen.
Got it. I love Burn the Floor. I went 8 times actually to Burn the Floor.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that wanted to be part of Sway, but you know, we just didn't want it to be a commercial entity for us.
Got it.
Like I said, you know, it's the only production that, you know, audience are gonna have. It's like an onslaught of energy coming at you from the stage, and it's so brilliant that it's just like waves constantly hitting you. There's never a dull moment. It catches people off guard. They come to Long Island, to a small town. They walk in, they see this brilliant theater, and then they see this show that's from beginning to literally curtain. Is just non-stop action, and it's amazing. And these people come out that you see on TV, and you go, wow, I can literally see them in real life. It's incredible. Yes. And but the best part is, like I said, the cast, we probably have more fun doing this show than anybody in the audience watching, because we just want to do it.
That's fantastic.
So, you know, it's a different beast for sure.
So if you could do anything, like do you have a bucket list, like a career bucket list?
Do I have a bucket list?
Yes.
No, I think it's an idiotic idea. But you know, if I will get to the bucket list times, I'm just too young. I'm about, I don't know, 18, 19 inside. So.
Sure. Well, I have a bucket list, and you were on my bucket list of people I wanted to interview you.
Yeah.
You know, people that I wanted to interview in my career, and you were on that list. So
where was I?
On the very top.
No.
And Val, I'm hoping that someday I can interview Val.
We share bucket lists now with Val. Let's no. Let's put them in the notch.
Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of your work. I've been following it since the beginning of Dancing with the Stars through Burn the Floor and Forever Tango, and now I'm very much looking forward to Sway.
Thank you. Well, listen, you should come watch it, and you'll have things to compare. Hopefully, at that, when you do, you will look back and say, this is better than Burn the Floor.
Great.
For sure.
Fantastic. Well, that's fun. And Forever Tango.
And it will be a huge testament to us. And it's not a pat in the back. I just, you know, everything that I do, I am, like I said, I have in my house, I have the posters signed by the whole cast of Burn the Floor. I have a poster from Forever Tango. Believe me, those are the things that I look at whenever I feel like I need motivation or a little bit of a drive, or kind of like, you know, some sort of like a little push. I'm very proud of those moments. Right. But if I'm going to move on, everything that I do in the future will have to be better than what I did in the past.
Great. That's
the only reason I'm saying it like this. I think Burn the Floor was probably the beginning of my stage career, which even as a saying doesn't sound like something that I expected. I never thought I'm gonna have stage career, you know. But that's how I got introduced to Broadway, Quarterback, and here we are.
That's great. Well, I'm hoping you'll come back to
I'm
Broadway.
hoping to come back to Broadway as an actor.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't sing, but we'll figure it out.
Well, actually,
John Hurley is a very close friend, and this guy, if I can show you my phone, he texts me on average once a week,
Right.
telling did you have your first lesson. We made a bet. I lost him in golf. He completely, he lied to me. He did this whole pool shark thing situation. He's like, if you beat me, we'll do this, and if I beat you, he goes, you will start taking his singing lessons.
Oh.
And I said, John, it's a waste of time. Even if I lose this bet, it's just a waste of time. He's under the impression that I can develop this muscle right here. I've done karaoke,
Okay.
rented 3, 4, 5 in the morning, so, but it's not very
After a
good.
couple of drinks?
Yes.
Maybe it sounds better after a couple of drinks.
Yes.
there's also dramatic Broadway. You don't have to always.
That's
say-
true.
That's what I want. I just want to be dramatic. I've been dramatic for the last 9 years on
We just got a
Dancing with the
script
Stars.
for you.
Dramatic? Do I
Oh,
get to cry a little?
I didn't read the
That's
script
what I want. I just
yet,
want to
Oh.
cry. I just want to shed a
but
tear.
it's a dramatic script for both.
Anyway, I'm a huge fan of Lev Schreiber's. And
oh, I've interviewed him.
I know that
Yeah.
he's very heavily influenced by Broadway. They live here in New York.
Sure.
And very humble, chill.
He's a great
regular
guy. I
type of
interviewed him.
people.
He's nice.
Yeah, he's a very
But
good friend.
he jumps on every opportunity he gets to do stage. He does, and I want to do Broadway. Aside from the fact that I just want to do it in a different capacity, I just
Sure.
want to be in a place where I have to do something 8 times a week.
It's hard, isn't it?
No, it's amazing. It's very difficult, but that's my 10,000 hours. That's the
Right.
practice that's invaluable. You cannot get that anywhere else. You can do improv till you're blue in the face, but if this is your job and this is what you do, and you have to come in and do the same thing every day for 3 months contract or whatever it is, that's when you walk away and say, okay, I can do this piece of cake, no problem.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you in Sway, and I'm hoping you'll take Sway to New York. I mean, to Manhattan someday.
We're not that far. We're literally, I consider it New York, to be honest.
Well, I know, but I
we'll
mean,
do it.
so people can see it.
Just warming up, sorry.
Keep doing that.